Are you opening that or going to give it away?
Father, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, Mary.
Father McShane, well, it's about time. We missed you last night.
Sorry, John, but I got caught in the rectory. Busy, busy hands. You know, those blues, those New Year blues, they hit people harder than usual.
Yeah, I tell you, I had some of the same people in here last night, I think.
Father McShane, Happy New Year to you. Oh, that was a lovely mass this morning, and a fine sermon.
Mercifully short. I'm looking forward to spending some time with the Ryans.
Good, good.
Is Frank up to a visit?
Why don't you come and see for yourself? You know, Father, I've been meaning to thank you and tell you how grateful I am for the help that you've been giving Frank and Dee.
Well, I hope the new year will be good to them. Where's Dee?
Oh, she took little John to visit his Uncle Bob.
Thank you.
Excuse me, is this the Frank Ryan Ryans? I mean, will I find Councilman Ryan around here somewhere?
Yes, he lives upstairs. I'm Mary Ryan, Frank's sister, and you're...
Sam Crowell, Channel R. I just came by to straighten out some details about the interview.
What interview?
This afternoon, with Channel R. You do know Channel R. Closed-circuit cable TV, serving the West Side community with local news and views.
Oh, of course. You produced a program with Jill Coleridge when she sat in for Frank.
Right. This time, I'd like to do an in-depth show on your brother. Hometown boy makes good, as it were. We can give it all kinds of airtime.
Mr. Crowell, that sounds great, but Frank doesn't know a thing about any interview.
Well, he must. Stanley set up the appointment right after the election. He swore he did.
Dad, do you know anything?
No, Frank didn't say anything about the interview, no.
What interview?
Well, I thought it was kind of odd when nobody called back to confirm the time.
Oh, Mother and Dad, this is Sam Crowell from Channel R. Seems there's been some sort of mix-up.
How do you do?
Not so good. Glad to meet you, Mr. Ryan. Mrs. Ryan. Actually, I should be expecting this. Things haven't been the same since Stanley quit.
But Stanley must be the guy that was supposed to set up the interview, huh?
Yep. He's my production assistant. About a week ago, he decided to go live in the woods. Now I'm producer, director, anchorman, and Stanley's replacement.
Well, now that you're here, why don't you see Frank and settle another day for your interview?
I guess I better.
Look, maybe we can work something out. What time did you want to start?
Around noon.
Make it 1 o'clock and Frank will be ready. Don't you think?
Well, he's always ready to talk about politics.
He can talk about anything.
But you'll have to ask him all the right questions. Do you know Charlie Ferris?
Yeah, he stopped by right after the campaign issue show.
Right. Go and see Charlie and have him put you in touch with Bob Reed.
What about Jill Coleridge?
Oh, I'm afraid Jill's up to her ears in hospital business these days. But if you want a friend of the family point of view, have a word with Father McShane.
Oh, good idea.
He's known us since Frank was in diapers, and he just happens to be visiting today.
Check.
See you later then, huh?
Did you say 1 o'clock?
Sharp.
That Channel R must be something else. No wonder Stanley left to live in the woods.
Look, I'm gonna go and meet Jack and Sister Mary Jo at the orphanage. But I'll be back in time to give Mr. Crowell a hand.
Oh, he seems like a nice enough young chap to me.
Nice, but a little confused.
innocent child caught between two parents.
You just want to take over.
Now, how far will Philip go?
If you have to push her off a cliff to get her out of Parker's life, then do it.
To get Chloe out of the picture. Watch Days of Our Lives weeknights at 6 on SoapNet.
A mysterious man.
You painted a portrait of me. How did you get this photograph?
And a new mystery begins.
Todd and I moved on. He's got a new life and a new face.
Maybe the question you should be asking is, do you know Todd as well as you think you do?
Watch One Life to Live, weekdays on ABC and weeknights at 9 on SoapNet.
You know how it is. You look in the mirror one day and you go, how am I going to lose this weight? eDiet's meal delivery from eDiets.com. It's the easiest, smartest, most delicious way to eat great and finally lose the weight. I know you're thinking, eat great and lose weight? Really? Really.
You'll love the food. There's no MSG, no fake sugars.
The food tastes fantastic.
It's awesome. Very delicious.
It tastes wonderful.
Call now or go to eDiets.com. Choose from over 100 fresh prepared meals. Not dehydrated diet food, but really delicious food. eDiets will deliver your favorite meals and snacks in a chill fresh container.
All you have to do is relax, enjoy, and eat great. All the way to slim.
I lost 115 pounds.
65 pounds.
25 pounds. 94 pounds.
Along the way, eDiets.com gives you real support.
Terrific online tools, access to registered dietitians and trainers, and friends who care about your success.
They're there with you to hold your hand, and they really care.
Truthfully, I like everything about eDiets.
I've lost 30 pounds. All of a sudden, I find myself a changed person.
Hey, I made it to 50 pounds, and look at me now, I'm 60 pounds.
Millions of people have turned eDiets.com to lose the weight. Now it's your turn.
Call or go to eDiets.com and sign up for 7 full days of meals, 3 meals per day, fresh prepared just for you, plus snacks. So don't wait. Join eDiets. Eat great food and lose weight fast.
I believe that eDiets can change people's lives.
My husband will often say, "You're the hot wife." That's just boosted my confidence a lot.
eDiets has changed my life forever.
Call to find out how you can get 1 week of meals absolutely free. That's right. 1 week of fresh prepared food, 1 week of weight loss, 1 week of success, free.
Free? What are you waiting for? Call or go online to get started now.
Call 1-800-279-1604 or visit eDiets.com now.
Come on out here and look. See? The view from here is perfect. In the summertime, the girls and I can sit out of here and watch the corn grow. Survival training and inner peace with one project. And possibly we might be able to do a little fundraising, too. What we don't eat, we can sell.
Isn't another person on this earth with a New Year's Eve resolution to plant a field of corn in the Bronx?
Only a small field. Let's be practical.
Oh, always. Don't bite off more than you can chew, Jack. You practically raised me on that advice.
Well, it was very good advice when you were 5 years old and desperate. Oh, not because you were an orphan and living at the Good Shepherd. You began to adjust to that. But you couldn't bear the injustice of a minimum age for the basketball team.
Well, if they would have let me try out. I hope the 5-year-olds get a chance to help with the corn. Your corn.
It is not my corn. This land belongs to all the children here. I want them all to grow things. It's a good exercise in caring.
You do have a knack for teaching people how to care. At least as much as they're able to.
Jack.
I'm sorry.
You are capable of caring. You do care. It just frightens you. How is lovely Mary Ryan?
Girl after your own heart.
And yours?
Mm-hmm. She makes me think, laugh, hope, and care.
Well, I knew she was a very special young lady. When she gets here, we'll have lunch. But in the meantime, I have a favor to ask of you.
If you're going to ask me to go over every inch of the grounds and through the New Year's resolution field again, I can't do it. You and Mary go. I'll wait here.
all I want you to do is have a talk with some of the girls here. Oh, you can sit perfectly still. They're full of questions about the outlook for New York, tuition at the city university, increased subway fares, so many worries. Will you talk to them, Jack?
For what it's worth, I'd be glad to.
Thank you.
Mary sits in, she'll add her 2 cents. She has a lot of interesting opinions about the future of this city.
I'm glad she means so much to you.
She really does. I'm afraid I mean an awful lot to her.
In other words, she loves you. Jack, I hope you won't run away from it.
I'm all right. But I'm not so sure about Mary. I don't want her ever to be sorry that she got mixed up with me.
Why do you think she'll be sorry?
Oh, when she loves, she pulls out all the stops. She gives and gives. It's as natural as breathing. She trusts me completely. She has no defenses against me. She's wide open.
Oh, God bless her for that. She may not need the tough skin some people need to get along in this world. Jack, your layers and layers of defenses may be good for you, but please, please don't wish them on Mary.
You're just about as fierce as she is.
Hi. Sister, it's so good to see you again.
How are you, Mary?
Wonderful, but late. And I'm sorry.
Subway seem to have a mind of their own.
Oh, no, it wasn't the subway. It was this fellow from Channel R. He walked in out of the blue thinking he had an interview with Frank, which he didn't. But we managed to arrange one anyway for this afternoon. But without further ado, I have a little something for you from Jack and me.
You say you decided to stay with Delia. It sounds like you're pronouncing a death sentence.
Sorry, Father. I can't control all the feelings.
How do you feel? Are you sticking with the marriage because you have to? Frank, is there some love or affection left?
None.
If you expect to share your life with Delia, there has to be something. Compassion, forgiveness. You can't just tolerate her.
Sometimes I feel sorry for her. But then she pulls one of her stunts and it's gone. I have tried to forgive her, Father. As long as I'm in this chair, it's just about impossible.
I believe she's genuinely, deeply repentant for having caused your accident.
She pushed me, Father. You can say it.
I don't condone what she did. But she did it impulsively, in anger, with no thought of the consequences.
What about afterwards? What about afterwards? Huh? She left me unconscious on the landing at a deserted stairwell. Then she stepped over me and came on home. But I'm so precious to her now.
Frank, she says she loves you.
Yeah, she says it all the time.
Have you sat down together alone and talked about the anger you feel, the fear, the guilt she feels?
Since I left the hospital, we must have had a dozen talks that turned into screaming fights. Dee'd rather handle her fears her own way. She was doing that the night she told the district leaders I'm bursting with love for her. Oh, she's much happier now.
She also made a public admission of your affair with Jill. You know that caused her pain.
No, she enjoyed announcing I'd dropped Jill. As if saying it could make it true.
You've told me that it is true.
The truth is, I'd move in with Jill tomorrow if I could. She's given me up. But I think of her. I miss her 1,000,000 times a day.
Of course.
Now and then, I can force her out of my mind, but it doesn't last long. Dee's here, smothering me with love, and I just want Jill.
Oh, Frank. These are hard, sad days. It may be cliche, but time's going to help. Next week won't be a lot better than this week, but next month and next year.
Today, Father.
Today, you can work for kindness. Try to be good to her. See if you can't accept a little bit of her love.
I wish I could listen to you the way I used to at football practice. I'd like to give it all I've got because you believe I can do it. And that always made me dig in and fight. But I don't have the will now. Even a little of Dee's love leaves me cold, cold as ice.
You mean physical love?
Yeah, I don't want to touch her. At first, right after we got married, our physical relationship was unbelievably good. She wants that back.
Well, I wouldn't rule out the possibility.
No. It isn't that I can't make love. It's that I can't love Delia. I take her in my arms, and I only feel the urge to pull away from her.
Does she know?
She says I make love to her as if she were a stranger.
It's the anger.
I suppose so. If I forget who she is, I can go through the motions. But it's terrible for both of us.
Please, Frank, be careful. I know too many people who have destroyed each other that way.
What can I do?
I'm not a psychologist. All I can tell you is things that helped others. Time and forgiveness. Just that.
Father, I resent her so much, it's painful to lie in the same bed with her. Will time and forgiveness help me tonight?
We're gonna be happy for a long time.
This week,
It would be wrong to marry someone and keep any secrets from him.
will Brenda tell the truth about her baby? And
Missed you, baby.
can Michael save Abby? Watch General Hospital, weekdays on ABC and weeknights at 10 on SoapNet.
I have to be in a bathing suit in a month, and I figured I would take these dietary supplement weight loss pills. Ooh, consult a physician if you experience rapid heartbeat, dizziness, shortness of breath. Side effects may include chest pain, nausea. Yeah, a couple days of that, and I will be in a bathing suit in no time.
Need a clinically proven way to lose weight now? Then try the Slim Fast 3-2-1 plan. 3 snacks, 2 shakes or meal bars, and 1 balanced meal. Slim Fast. Who has time to slim slowly?
Amy, you're gonna love college.
Comforter. Hey. Mr. Cuddles.
Toilet paper.
Oh, hey, Scott.
Here. It's got extra soft tissue. Check out the pattern.
Same soft rolls we use at home, honey.
Do you know Scott? Scott Extra Soft is softness done right.
I found out the hard way. All washes do not take care of feminine odor.
Introducing Vagisil Wash with Odor Block. It doesn't cover up odor. It keeps it from happening.
When you feel fresh, you feel confident.
New Vagisil Wash, the confident clean.
ABC Wednesday, February 9th.
This morning I woke up at your place. I couldn't find my underwear until I pulled them out of my purse while paying for coffee. And although I did get a free coffee, I need more.
Matthew Perry returns to television.
Are you one of the players?
I'm in charge of this entire arena.
Are you one of the players?
What the hell's the matter with you?
In a new arena of comedy.
Clowns terrify me.
Uh-oh. Mr. Sunshine premieres Wednesday, February 9th, right after Modern Family on ABC. Laugh on.
So, he's told you about my secret vice.
She wanted to know how I got so good at math.
One day he helped me tally up printing costs for the campaign. He absolutely whizzed through these columns of numbers.
Well, polka was one of my most successful curriculum experiments.
Sister, I'd give anything to have been in your class.
We didn't meet in a classroom. A bunch of us used to hang around the kitchen after dinner, and somehow or other, Sister'd get a game going.
Somehow or other, I spent hours planning those lessons. Some of the boys at Good Shepherd didn't care about school. And even the mention of mathematics sent them disappearing for long stretches of time. You can bear me out on that, can't you, Jay?
I used to hide out with an enormous stack of comic books.
No wonder you had to set up an undercover teaching method.
Well, it was very satisfying for all of us. They learned math concepts, computation, problem solving.
It was whispered behind closed doors that Sister used to be a dealer at Monte Carlo.
Jack, you exaggerate. Anyway, the boys did very well on their math examinations. And I heard that some people were very impressed. Thank you for this so much.
Oh, we figured you could use a new set of teaching materials.
It was an inspired gift. Oh, perhaps you'll drop in some evening for a game. I have some very sharp players among my older girls.
I'd love to.
Well, don't teach her too many tricks. Poker's one of the few things I know better than she does.
I often wonder if I didn't do too good a job with you.
Impossible.
I sometimes try to guess what you're thinking. Maybe the result of too many hours around the poker table.
What a thing to say. You can read me like a book.
Yes, after 32 years of practice. Even so, I still make some mistakes. Mary, how do you read him?
Better lately. But I'm still trying to break the code. Now and then he taps his foot, or he drums his finger on the table, squirms in his chair. I watch for all the little signals to let me know what's going on.
Mm-hmm. Can you tell I'm about to gag you unless you lapse into instant quiet?
Yeah, I can see that. Sometimes he's almost open with me.
Mary, I think you know how to handle him.
Yeah, she does. It comes naturally.
Well, shall we have lunch? You both must be starved. I know I certainly am.
Oh, sister, I'd love to stay. But I promised to get back for the interview this afternoon. Please invite me again.
Mary, you have a standing invitation. Goodbye for now.
Goodbye, sister. Remember everything you talk about at lunch. Tell me later.
Total recall, I promise. Take care. I'll drop by and pick you up when the show's over.
Wonderful. Goodbye.
See why I love to be with her?
Yes. And you're right to be concerned about her. She's a lovely, alive, giving human being. Jack, you make sure you give something back.
Next, spend some time in Genoa City with the Young and the Restless. Later, see who's stirring up trouble in Pine Valley on All My Children, only on SoapNet.
An All My Children 2-week life-changing event.
If I die,
You are not going to die. But the race to save her life
We gotta get her out of here or we don't stand a chance.
takes a tragic turn.
Look out!
Watch All My Children, weekdays on ABC and weeknights at 8 on SoapNet.
Can a little bowl of cereal change your life? I think it can. One of the challenges for Kayla being gluten-free is actually finding choices the whole family will love. Then we discovered Chex cereals. 5 flavors of Chex are gluten-free, including the honey nut flavor, and that's amazing to a mom like me. As a parent, you don't want to have to tell your kids no all the time. It's nice for me to be able to say yes to something that they want to eat.
Chex cereal, 5 flavors, gluten-free.
Someone's feeling better.
Pediacare, relied on by moms and pediatricians to help kids feel better.
Glamming it up is part of my job. With Olay Clean, Fresh Skin, that's my cleanser's job. Challenge what's possible with Olay Facial Cleansers. They clean deep down for naturally beautiful skin, even without makeup. Well, maybe just a little. Facial Cleansers by Olay.
We have our own way of thinking. We think sustainability is nothing new. We think justice is older than any government. We think we can grow radishes on the moon. We think education is for the mind and the spirit. We think Indian.
Help tribal college students.
preserve their way of thinking.
Who's coming and who's going? SoapNet has a status update on your favorite stars. On General Hospital, just before he hosts the Academy Awards, critically acclaimed actor James Franco returns to wreak havoc in Port Charles.
I'm a whack job, ask anyone.
Carrie Payton is now on staff at General Hospital as Dr. Terrell Jackson.
So it seems.
House hunter Suzanne Wang is Carol Chang, wedding planner.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
And on One Life to Live, General Hospital's Ted King is moving to Landview.
Quick.
Keep up with the latest status updates on SoapNet. People are talking about General Hospital's Lucky and Siobhan. D. Hunter Roscoe posted on Facebook, "Finally a love for Lucky. He and Siobhan are great together." Charlotte May adds, "This is great. I hope it works out for these two." Laura Bruno says, "Men are always sexier when they're happy and in love." And Lori McPherson Draper sums it all up. "They are just the cutest couple. Way to go, GH. I love this storyline." People are talking about General Hospital. Weekdays on ABC and weeknights at 10 on SoapNet.
Father, you didn't think you'd be starting the new year out in Ryan's TV studio, now did you?
No. A little bit like setting up the gym for Las Vegas nights.
Does anybody see my attaché case?
Oh, I think it's over there on the chair. I'll get it.
Oh, no, that's okay, Mrs. Ryan. I was just checking to see if I'd lost it yet.
Oh.
How are you doing, Mr. Ryan?
Fine, just thanks. Not at all. I think you better call me Frank. That's my dad, John.
Right, I'm Sam.
Hi. Oh, and my name is Maeve.
Maeve.
Sam.
Could I give you a hand with that?
Thanks. They say if you keep at this long enough, you'll grow a new pair of arms. Actually, I've just grown a little older.
Can I help set up some of this sound equipment for you? It looks very familiar to me.
He won't tell you, but he's a mechanical genius.
You're exactly what I wanted for Christmas. Go to it, Father.
I feel like the least I should do is review my notes, but I don't have any.
Believe me, you won't need any. We're going to wing it, and you'll be great.
All right. Well, I'll just sit here and do a general review of my life until you're ready, all right?
Okay. You may get finished before I'm set. If you do, there's a copy of War and Peace in my attaché case.
I'll read it. Plugs in here or anything like that.
Yeah. I think that's too much.
Let's get back in the case.
Need a small.
This isn't Ryan's, it's Channel R.
Just watch out for the cables, girl, will you?
Yes, sir. Sir. Oh, you look super.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Mayor.
Hi, how's it going?
Hello again. See if it works. Well, I've got my fingers crossed.
We're all just doing fine. Now, have you still considering the tie and the jacket?
I don't know. What do you think, Mayor?
Oh, don't you dare. The sweater's perfect.
Okay, I'm outnumbered.
Okay.
Sam? Do you really want the jukebox in the background?
I guess not.
Exciting, huh?
Why don't we move him out of the wheelchair altogether? If you sit at one of the tables, it'll give a better sense of the atmosphere in Ryan's.
Yeah. Brilliant. Let's do that, Frank.
Hey, Doc. Yeah? I'm going to change seats. Give me a hand here. All right. Bring him over.
There we go.
Hey, Father, you take him from that side. Okay. Easy, Lizzie.
Did you see Charlie?
There you go.
Yeah, and I said hello to Bob Reed. They told me about the houses on Broadway.
Oh, good.
Well,
But when you set the question up, make sure that Frank can focus on the tenants, not the owner.
Right.
Ask him how the community can keep in touch with him. He has developed a terrific system. Well, can you start now?
As soon as I fix the lights.
Couldn't Father McShane hold?
Do you mind?
Not at all.
Oh, terrific.
You make life so simple.
Oh, thank you very much. Yeah, I think it goes up here like that.
If you're not busy after this, would you marry me?
Who is this guy anyway, huh?
Oh, isn't it nice to meet a young man that makes Mary laugh?
See, there we are.
Oh, big brother.
These lights get pretty hot now, don't they?
In Landview, rules were meant to be broken, and its residents will stop at nothing to get their way. Catch all the Landview shenanigans on an all-new episode of One Life to Live, weeknights at 9 on SoapNet.